Světý Petrivci.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna Oleksandrivna and I'm an English teacher here at the Petrivsky Lyceum. My student Daryna and I had the opportunity to attend a Europe conference Teach for All 2025, which was organized by the global organization Teach for All in Vienna, Austria. We had the opportunity to talk about different interesting educational issues and how to solve them. We met a lot of people and we were able to present our lyceum, present Teach for Ukraine and Ukraine as a country. We met quite a few people and we actually met 9 students from all around Europe, from different countries, and you will be able to hear from them in just a few minutes. So our students talked about what empowered their leadership, about why it's important to give students voice, why their voices matter. This was a very prominent topic in our conference. We discussed how powerful young people are and how they can show their power. For example, through student council, like the one we have at school, through different projects that the students can make. And you will hear from several students from different countries. And our student council's president, our school's president, Daryna, will ask them some questions, and you will hear some very nice answers. We encourage you to listen till the end, because all of the opinions of students are really powerful and important. And we ask you to think about them and reflect on your leadership, on how you can be powerful and what you can do in your school, in your community, and maybe you can change the world. Also, we would ask you to listen to Wendy Kopp, Teach for All's co-founder and CEO, and also Sanaya Barucha, who is the global head of student leadership and voice at Teach for All, and who both were really great help for us at the conference and for all of the students and organizations that work with Teach for All and that try to make education better in different countries. If you're interested in my opinion, I think that students' voice is almost the most important thing that we have in education, because we cannot have effective studying, learning if we do not listen to those who study and learn. And I think that students have a lot of power. They just not always realize that they have it. And in my opinion, we as teachers, educators, need to help students realize their potential, help them find their voice, find their ideas, find their power, and put that power into good use. Try to create some projects for their community, just to learn how to live their life as they want and as is useful to them. And this was something that I thought about when we were at the conference, when we visited the robotics workshop for 13, 12-year-old girls who were working on robots and in STEM and not just lying around at home. I looked and heard all of the students from different countries. Some of them are on the student council. Some of them were trying really hard to find a good school and couldn't, but still continue studying. Some of them live in a very remote village, but they still came to a conference because they wanted to make those connections. They wanted to show what they do every day. And I'm really proud of all of them. I'm especially proud of us, honestly, of Daryna, who spent a lot of time and energy to prepare for this conference.
Aww.
And talk about our studying, about Ukraine, about how our children learn. And this is something that's also very important to me. Here in the war, we have difficulties learning. We don't always have lessons. We sometimes have air raid alarms and we are tired and sleepy, but we still continue. We continue learning and studying and helping each other. And I really hope that we continue to do that in the future. So have a listen to all of the thoughts, and I wish you to find your voice, to find your power, and know that you matter and you are powerful.
Hi, my name is Marta. I am 15 years old and I'm from Romania.
You will also hear the voice of Eloïse from Belgium.
Hi, I'm Zuzanna and I'm from Poland and I'm 18.
My name is Laura. I'm from Poland and I'm 18 years old.
What do you think why student voices is so important?
Because when a decision is made, you need to consult those who support the impact. So if a decision has an impact on us, the students, we need to make our needs heard. So I think it's important because what we think and what we need matters, and everything is better when students make their voice heard.
Well, student voices is important because if you want to improve education in any country, it's kind of not logical to do it without the students because they are the first one to get the experience. So that's why I think students' voices are important.
Wow, it's really smart.
If we are talking about school, that's because students are in school right now, and I think they are the most important person to talk about school because they are learning, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's important because there's a saying in Teach for Poland that is nothing about us without us. And I mean, adults can try do something to make our lives better, but we know better what is better for us. So when we talk about us, we want to have our saying in this. So it will be like good for us and won't hurt us.
Yeah, boy. That's it.
Have you, as a student, show your leadership? Like in which project or?
Okay, so for example, when we made an extracurricular activity, the students are reticent and shy, and I try to make them comfortable and assure them that what they do matters. And then I think this comforting, it's great for an activity because the students can express themselves free. And I think this is leadership.
I think it's leadership.
Yes, so in my school we have a student council, and I was many times like president of my class, and I'm happy because I've been able to lead projects that have like come to life in my school. So yeah, I was happy about that.
I'm just trying to help the Polish students to make school a better place because it wasn't better place for me. So Poland people like to say that school is your second house, but it wasn't for me. So I want to people think that school is their second home, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make this place better.
By being in the student council, but also I'm part of a dance group when I am one of the like it's a self-made dance group. So I think it's important to like we need to describe what is leadership because it's really structural thing. But I think like no matter what you do, like as long as you do yours, you can be you are like there as a leader, and this is leadership. When you do something, you can always describe it as a leadership.
That lovely.
What projects do you do for now?
Okay, so I think the biggest project is the students board. Through this project, we learned how to implement a project, how to write one, and I think this is essential. And we meet, we talk about the problems in our school, and then we find together a solution. And we already seen the impact. The students are not afraid anymore to speak their mind, and these meetings help us. And I think this is the project we made.
Sounds interesting, to be honest.
I do a lot of artistic projects and like speaking, like the art of speaking. I do a lot of this, empowering students to speak and in an artistic way, or just like the students write, or the students like making the student feel more comfortable in a school environment.
Wow, it's really amazing. Right now, I don't have anything because we are in the middle of recruitation. I don't know if I can say that in Polish, in English, but we are just taking new people to our council. So right now, nothing, we have nothing. But in the future, I think it will be a lot of things.
Right now, I'm in the student council, and we're just helping teachers to understand our needs and what do we need in the class. And we're trying to change education to be more useful and to make it more pleasant to learn new things. Yeah.
Serious project.
Mysterious projects, yeah.
And could you share your reflection from this conference?
It was an amazing experience. I was scared at the start, but when I meet you all and the teachers, and Sanaya is great as well, and when I saw this is a safe space, I knew that it will be a great experience, and I learned a lot of things. I met inspiring people, and I take home a lot of which I will use. Time, amazing people, and a great learning opportunity.
So from this conference, my reflection is that I really like am curious about every country's educational system, and I think I'll be able to like take back what I've learned and try to apply it in my school or in Belgium in general, and be able to make have like life lessons out of it too, on how to like treat each other, and maybe like treat the people at school, or like just the teachers, something like that. Yeah.
I'm really amazed how people are, for them, is like school to be good. Like, the people here are so passionate about it, and it's so magical for me because I've never saw people so excited about, for example, school yet. Like, those people are just amazing, and this is, yeah, just people here, they showing how important for them is to like education to be better, and it's really
Oh, it's really cute answer.
It was really nice, like in meeting new people, like a lot of new people, and making contacts, which I hope I will be able to like reach for these people and talk to them more personally. And from like my personal level, I think that, but from the like working level, I think the conference was really tiring, but really like productive. I've learned a lot of new things and learned a lot about other countries and their culture and their studies and all. So I think it was a really good conference. One of the best I've been on.
Oh, nice. What do you think educators can do to support student leadership?
I think they need to encourage them. They need to give them the students the opportunity to talk, and they need to show the students that if they say something, it will happen. Their voice will be heard, and I think when the children will see that it's important for them to talk, then they will have more courage to do it.
Well, first off, they need to give them space and give them ownership of their own person. We talked a lot about how sometimes teachers take stories and they don't let the student tell their own. And I think that to empower students, they need to like create space for them to own their own stories.
Great idea.
So be there for us and be patient because, for example, Marta is our person from Teach for Poland who is taking control of everything, and she's so patient, and she's the most patient person I know, basically. So, yeah, this is really important for me. And yeah, just support. I think, yeah, this is really important.
Yeah, I think it's just to make students feel better when they show their ideas. Yeah.
I think just let them do it. Like, do not stop them, do not tell them, oh, you sure it's a good idea? And then just be there for them and let them do their thing. And I'm sure they just flow with it. And when they need help, be there for them. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's good. And last one. What did you learn about education in other countries? And maybe something interesting, what you can use it in your country.
Okay, about the Austrian system, I learned that their first decision at the age of 10. In my country, we make this important decision at 14 of 15, and I think 10 years old, it's a bit early. And what other thing? Oh, I saw at the visit I made yesterday at the school, they had very expensive materials at there. I think it was a technic school. And I think that's great to improve their materials so they can learn better.
Well, I've learned that in Vienna, for example, they finish school way earlier. So in Belgium, you have to finish school at 18. At 18 is like mandatory, but they finish at around 16. And I feel like, I mean, they get the same curriculum and the same studies, but they finish earlier. And I want to know how that works, and I want to know if we can do it in Belgium. Yeah.
So you want to leave school earlier? It's perfect.
It was good to know the point of view from another countries, and that education is also the big part of their lives, and they also want to improve that. And I learned a lot of point of views, and it's really entertaining for me.
I got on this session about immigrants and how do they feel and how we can like help them feel good. And because in Poland we have a lot of Ukrainians right now, to not let them feel like left out. And I think I could like take people who are in schools and tell them, listen guys, I've learned this, now go to school and do that. So yeah, I think this is like really really important right now, because I sometimes feel really bad for those people. Like when I was in school and I saw that someone was left out because of they're not speaking our language or things like that, I was like, should I talk to them? But on the other side, I was like, but what if they don't understand me? Like, what should I do then? So yeah, it was really helpful for me to understand what should I do then. Yeah.
Thank you, Marta.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elise. And that's all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. It was really good answers.
Světý Petrivci.